Hey everybody, thank you once again for joining me for another episode of the Tamara Tamu Collective, where dreams have no filter. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Take a minute, let me know how you're feeling in the comments. I really want to know how you're feeling, okay? Take a minute, breathe. If you've been working all day, if you've been, busy running errands, whatever, use this as a time. Treat yourself, gift yourself to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to really tune in to how you feel. All right. And let me know. Let me know about it in the comments. All right. So today's episode, we are going to talk about identity. How you identify, what you identify with. This could be for anything. Okay. But in this episode, I'm going to use money, okay? Because we can all relate to that. It is important for all of us. It takes money to live a completely harmonious life on this physical plane, okay? So I'm going to start off with saying this. Stop identifying with labels and identity that you don't want. So, what do I mean by that? With all types of channels, YouTube channels, with podcast episodes, with social media, memes, posts, videos, reels, whatever. We see titles that are used that are jarring to the physical eye, jarring to emotions. The labels used in the titles are jarring to catch people's attention, to get you to click on said video, post, whatever. Okay? Which I get, I understand. Somebody said that was good marketing or whatever. But here's the thing. If you are changing, you're stepping into a new identity, you are really embracing your power as a divine human. You're really embracing your worth and the abundance and the prosperity and the luxury and the opulence that you deserve to experience in this lifetime. There are certain things or certain videos, certain podcasts that are no longer helpful to you. It's going to keep you, there are certain videos that are going to keep you, or certain topics that are going to keep you in a identity loop. They're going to keep you in a certain state of existence, and it's going to counteract your elevation. So, I'm going to use money to illustrate this. So, let's say now that increasing your income daily, increasing your income for whatever reason, becoming wealthy, financially wealthy, becoming financially independent, being the person who walks into the grocery store and pays for everyone's groceries. That's what you desire, for no other reason than to just be able to help, to be able to be a blessing, some would say, to someone else. And you have been making conscious effort every day through meditation, through your words. And I talk about this in my latest nonfiction ebook called Your Cosmic Unleash Beyond Manifestation. There's a section in there that talks about the power of our words and how the power is backed with our breath and the vibration that is in our cords and the life-giving power that is in our vocal cords coming out into the world in our words, by the words that we say. So you've been making a conscious effort to use your voice, to embrace your identity that has always been there of prosperity and abundance in the form of money overflowing in never-ending cycles. Okay? So perhaps before you started making a conscious effort to reprogram to be able to take on that identity that's always been there. It's not that you were trying to find this abundant identity. The abundant identity has always been there. It's just we lost it for many different reasons, which I've talked about in other videos. But you're coming back to that identity. And perhaps before you were watching videos that were titled, this is why you're broke, or this is why most people will never be wealthy, or 5 things you can do to, save money. Any of those jarring titles that talk about money, but specifically the ones where you see broke in the title, or you see a phrase that says, never wealthy, or, if you're broke and here's why, all those types of titles, those titles that are similar to that, to those examples that I just named. So now that you're making a conscious effort, okay, to embrace your identity of abundance, you're no longer identifying with being broke. You're no longer identifying with lack of any kind. So perhaps before clicking on those videos and those messages brought you to a new realization about who you were born to be. So now that you are seeing who you truly are as an abundant being, to continue to listen to those videos are not helpful. Because, number one, if you are still listening to those videos, there may be still a part of you that identifies with what you don't want. You don't want to be broke. So you don't want to experience lack. So you no longer need to click on a video that says, here's why you're broke. If you are, there's still a part of you that is identifying with that label. Now, I know that may be jarring to hear that, or you may disagree with it. But remember, what I speak about is coming from experience. So, what I've noticed in talking to people, that's where it's coming from. All right. The second thing is, if you continue to listen, which means there's a part of you that is still identifying with that label, that broke label, that lack mentality, that poverty mentality, what's going to happen? You're going to find yourself in a loop. You're going to find yourself in frustration because you're going to say, well, wait, I've embraced my prosperity consciousness. I know I am an abundant being, but I don't know that I'm experiencing the outward apparent, the outward change. Because what's happening is, since you continue to listen to these topics, you're neutralizing those incremental steps that you've taken. You're neutralizing. So if you're not seeing change, you're just where you're at. You are literally neutralizing. So damn near canceling out the work that you put in to reprogram your consciousness to step into that new identity. So here's what I want. Here's the next thing that I want to say. And I have notes on this one too. Okay. So I kind of got ahead of myself, but that's okay. So like I said, the words you're speaking from your new identity. So you've said, you've agreed with your prosperity existence. You have already agreed that it is easy for money to flow into your life in every moment with no harm to none. That it is easy for your income to increase. That it's easy for you to accept money from other people. You've identified with that. And so listening to the opposite of that is neutralizing your new identity. So get out of the loop, because what you don't want to happen is two months, 2 years later, that you're still in the same spot. And so you're still looking for, a message to help you get to the next level in your finances. When really, you would be better off not listening to any of that anymore. Your time would be better spent focusing on your new identity. And how do you do that? I know I keep saying this. How do you focus on your new identity? By the words that come out of your mouth. Okay? So that's what I wanted to say in this video. I could have used other examples, but money is an easy example. All right. It's universal. We know it. We all have had different experiences with money, right? So I want to say this to you. I decided to take one-on-one appointments where I help people with transforming their mind, which in turn transforms their life. This is helping people to transform their programming, to step into the new identity that they know is waiting for them in that new vision that they have for themselves. So this is for you. These sessions are for you if you know what you want. If you don't know what you want, it's not for you, because I'm not there to tell you what you want. My purpose in these sessions is to get you to go back, to tune into your intuition, to latch hold of your power, and to be and exist as the divine human that you are. Okay? So I will put the link to schedule an appointment with me will be in the description box. The sessions are 75 minutes. So that gives us time, gives me time to listen to you, gives you time to answer questions, and, we go on from there. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say in this video. Stop identifying with things that you don't want. And when we do that, let me just say this. When we do that, that is a telltale sign. I don't know if I said that phrase right, but that's a sign that instead of us looking at ourselves as the expert, relying on our intuition, we're still looking outside of ourselves to tell us who to be and how to be. Okay, so if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate my new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, cheers.